What is the shape of water? No, not the Best Picture winner from 2017. I mean, if you had to describe what water looks like, what shape it took. If we say pour water into a glass, is the shape of water a cylinder? Measuring water molecules aside, water really is shapeless. It's mutable, it's infinite. It's protean. Protean is an adjective which means changeable in shape or form. It's a word derived from the sea god Proteus, son of Poseidon, who was able, according to Britannica.com, to assume whatever shape he pleased, thus becoming a sort of literary shorthand for shape-shifting or transformation. When we examine this idea of watery shapelessness in Lana and Lily Wachowski's 1999 masterpiece The Matrix, two things become clear. The first, Greek mythology plays a huge role in parts of the movie's subtext. For example, if Morpheus is indeed named after Morpheus, the Greek god of dreams, I think it's safe to say there's enough to discuss in an entirely different video essay about the Wachowskis' appreciation of the classics. The second, The Matrix is a wet movie. Like, really wet. I mean, at times it's practically a 1995 Kevin Costner movie. But the interesting thing about the Matrix water motif, it's only wet within the Matrix itself. In the quote-unquote real world, it's a desolate hellscape. A hellscape with tempestuous thunder and lightning, yet perhaps unsurprisingly one with no actual rain. Inside the Matrix, however, water is everywhere. It's in the fountain beside the woman with the red dress. It's in the glass handed to Neo as he contemplates red pill or blue pill. The only instance of liquid water in the real world is, of course, in the human vats themselves, which would explain why the fake world of the Matrix, a world visualized on computer screens as a sort of digital rain, is so watery. Ask yourself a question. Have you ever dreamt about a cat only to wake up and find one sleeping on you? If you were kept alive, submerged in a vat of water, don't you think you dream of your surroundings? When we see water in the Matrix, what we're actually seeing is Neo's eyes beginning to open for the very first time, meaning the liquid contents of his vat is leaking and seeping into his lucid, dreaming consciousness. It's why there are window washers the morning after meeting the White Rabbit. The system is attempting to wipe away the doubt created by the night before. It's why the red pill is the real world and the blue pill is the Matrix. Do I want to swallow the fiery truth, or do I want to remain in my liquid gel bubble? As this motif unfolds, we begin to see water become a sinister sort of defense mechanism. A defense mechanism created by the machines to keep humans trapped underwater. The same machines, of course, who are generating electricity from water-conducted human batteries. It's the deluge in the streets when Neo meets the team, the kind of storm you'd be crazy to venture out into, especially when taking clandestine meetings with strangers. It's the icy quicksilver poised to take over Neo's body and keep him there before Morpheus' team can pull him to the surface. It's the water sprinklers in Morpheus' makeshift jail cell, perhaps the Matrix's final attempt at keeping him engulfed. It's the vast body of water Neo is flushed into the real world, a sea of watery graves for any human chosen to be harvested. The Matrix, as we see, is protean. It's wet, it's fluid, it's bendable. All because it's as shapeless and formless as water itself. It's a world that suffocates its inhabitants, placating them, drowning them in a virtual prison. A prison the crew of the Nebuchadnezzar are able to free dive in and out of as they seek the truth, as they long for solid ground.